All right, time for the second half of December 15th, 2019, here on Cheap Guarding Llama, and recording this on the morning of the 16th, as one does. Yesterday was absolutely gorgeous all day. It did start getting chilly in the evening, and today, super cold. It was below freezing overnight. You really feel it today. You can just look at the sky. You can tell the difference from yesterday. Yesterday was blue and warm and sun, and sitting out here was so comfortable. And today, it is really cold. Really, really cold. Um, so couldn't leave the house yesterday because of the crazy dog. Can never be abandoned. I think yesterday is really the day that it hit home just how unhappy I am that we got a dog. I've been generally unhappy with the dog since we got her, but it takes time for them to adjust and all that kind of stuff. But this is just an awful dog. That is, I find that when I'm home with her any amount and have to take care of her, how much it hits home, the quality of life drop having to have a dog like this, and just how little, um, growing up, I was such a dog person, and this dog has taken it out of me. I am continuously unhappy that the dog is here. Every moment with her is awful. She's unhappy or just needs something all the time. I can't work. She stresses me out. I don't know how we're planning on traveling. It was a promise that she wouldn't impact the traveling, and clearly she's going to. She impacts every moment of our lives. She's absolutely awful. And we didn't even have a big problem yesterday. It's just the every moment with her is terrible. She is the worst dog. I mean, she's cute and she looks adorable in the pictures, but this is nonstop. You have to sit outside with her. She is so needy. She can't go to the bathroom unless somebody sits outside for an extended period of time. She needs to be let in, let out. She barks. She attacks people who come to the door. She nips. Um, she's just and she's well over a year at this point. It's hitting home just how awful it is, and looking at having this dog for the next 10 years is not making me happy at all. I'm so upset that we got this dog. Um, and so that's a key piece of yesterday, because being left home alone to take care of her just drives home how unhappy I am with every moment. Normally, on a normal day, I'm not the one who takes care of her most of the time. I don't have to deal with her early morning feedings. I don't have to deal with most of her sitting outside because Paul comes outside all the time, so she just hangs out with him. But when there's nobody here and I'm the one taking care of her, and on a normal day, there's plenty of, oh, she's really annoying. And there's very, very little of, like, you don't play with the dog because she doesn't play. You don't snuggle with the dog because I work and stuff. She only snuggles with Dominica because she sits in the chair. But when I'm home alone and have to deal with the moment to moment madness of this dog, it's just depressing. It's honestly depressing dealing with her. Um, so that was the theme of December 15th this year, for me. So I got to hang out a little bit until kind of early afternoon. And then I had this big migration to do for a client. And so it was really a work day for me. I started work around, I'm not sure, but early afternoon, and then it was solid, because it was a pretty major migration, Active Directory and moving all the desktops, because we're putting in a physically new server, whole new architecture, moving applications. There's just a lot going on. So that took pretty much the whole day. Around 8 o'clock at night. So that made, of course, anytime I have to work, it makes it so much worse with the dog because she doesn't let me work. And then I get stressed out. And then my job, instead of taking 2 hours, takes 6 hours. And then I'm just furious because the dog won't leave me alone and can't do anything on her own. Luciana seems sad that, that we could have to get rid of the dog or something. But when faced with, well, are you going to take care of her? Oh, no, I don't have time to take care of her. I have things to do with my cousins. She does not prioritize the dog's neediness either. Um, but so the client didn't have all their computers on, and so around 8 o'clock we should have been wrapping up, but just then they sent someone to the site to turn more computers on, so I ended up working till nearly 10. So it was quite a long day, but it went okay. It's just long, and around 8 o'clock, Dominica said that Kat and Taylor wanted to come over and play Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's just no way. I've had zero time to prep. Worked all day, looking at hours of work yet. I'm gonna want to go to bed by the time we could even start playing D&D, let alone actually be able to do it. Plus, Dominica's not here, so it'd be a character short. It would just be a mess. So I had to say no. I'd like to play. The kids are sad that we can't play, and it's great that everybody wants to, but there's just no way on a day when I'm working till 10 p.m. and no prep. Oh my gosh, I can't do it. But they're not able to come over tomorrow, so we're not going to play D&D until Wednesday this week. So once that was done, and the kids played video games all day. They had a good day. Got a lot of quiet time. The dog did hang out with them a little bit, but very little. And they got to play with their cousins quite a bit. They had a lot of cousins video gaming time today, which is good. A lot of Roblox, and that's one of the boards the dog ripped off the fence. And then once I was finally really done working, Liesl and I sat and watched the first half of season 1 of Stranger Things, which, unlike Dominica, Liesl does not find scary, but did really enjoy. We had a good time watching it. It's my first time rewatching it, and she's really into it, so she's looking forward to being able to watch the second half of the first season. And that is pretty much the day for the 15th. Tomorrow is Monday. It is going to be really cold because I'm sitting out here and it is. And Paul and Dominica will be back in the afternoon. And that's about the news from Carrollton.